What is going on, guys? It's Jimmy from Gameboys here, and today we're talking a little bit about something brewing in the Call of Duty community, something very interesting. There's two major things kind of happening in the Call of Duty community right now, and I wanted to take some time and talk about those couple of things because, as you know, Call of Duty commentator. I've been doing Call of Duty videos for about a decade now. As I mentioned in the previous video, about 10 years ago is when we started Gameboys. So I want to talk a little bit about what's going on. So the first major thing that's going on is Activision is kind of running into some pushback, some controversy, if you will, regarding one of their major changes to the Activision accounts, which you need to play Call of Duty. So one of the things that's happened recently with Activision, with Call of Duty, is they're running into a major problem. And that problem is Warzone is free. Warzone's a free game. Anybody can download it. Doesn't cost you anything. And what that's leading to is a huge influx of cheaters that are basically unbannable. And what I mean by that is they're able to download the hacks, download the cheats onto their account, onto their PC, whatever device they're using. Even like minor cheating, like a Cronus. They're able to just plug that thing in, hop into a game on an Activision account, play the game until they get banned, right? They get banned. The minute they get banned, they immediately go ahead, create a new account, and start playing again. There's literally no downtime between getting banned and getting a new account. You can do it instantaneously. Well, Activision, one of the ways they're very obviously attempting to tamp down on that and kind of get that out of their game is, number one, the ricochet system, which everybody agrees is working pretty well. You know, it's reduced the amount of cheaters that I've experienced personally, but I think it's also reducing the amount of cheaters overall. I think there are fewer and fewer cheaters today than there were 8 weeks ago. I don't know, but even before that, there's fewer 8 weeks ago than there are 10 weeks ago, and fewer 11 weeks ago than there were 10, you know, so on and so forth. Every day they're getting more cheaters out of the game, which is great. But I think, and this is a theory that I think Activision shares based on how their actions are kind of panning out, I think Activision believes that the cheating subset is one group of people. There's not new cheaters being created every day. New people aren't just deciding to become cheaters like every day. The majority of the player base just wants to play the game. Fair. The problem they're running into is these cheaters are unbannable because they could just create an infinite number of accounts. What Activision has done is they've forced you, when you log into Modern Warfare 2 for the first time, you have to utilize a phone number linked directly to a cell plan. It can't be a prepaid phone. It can't be a Google number. It can't be, you know, something like that. It has to be linked to an AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, whatever you got, plan. I personally love this because think of it this way. If you're 25 years old and you're a hacker and you want to hack in Call of Duty, great. You got a cell phone, you boot up your account, you log in, you play 30 games as a hacker, you don't get banned, you finally get banned on game 31, and you want to go ahead and start hacking again. So you go to make a new account. Well, you can't because your phone number's been blacklisted as part of your ban. So what do? You have to go to the next phone number you have available to you. Maybe you got a girlfriend or a mom or a dad. But eventually, you run out of other people's phone numbers. You can't just walk into the AT&T store and open a new line, because now all of a sudden you got to pay $40 a month for a new cell phone plan. You know what I mean? And you got to buy the phone. You know, it could be $50, $60, you know, if you buy some shitty little rinky-dink phone. You get what I'm saying? Eventually, you'll run out of cell phone numbers linked to plans to use. Now, the big complaint that Activision is running into is, what about people that are poor? What about people that don't have, you know, AT&T plans and they're just using a Cricket phone, or they're some Walmart, you know, pay phone, or Boost Mobile, whatever it is, they're using some kind of prepaid plan. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody's in different financial situations. Those people are allowed to play the game. I personally agree. I think there should be a way those people can play the game with a prepaid plan. I doubt that using the prepaid phone number thing really will muck anything up that bad, because again, who's going to go to Walmart and open a month long, you know, prepaid plan for $100 or $200 with the phone just to hack and Call of Duty? That seems like a lot. That seems like a big enough step that you would deter a lot of cheaters as it is. So I feel for those people, but again, a lot of people out there just don't like this idea in general. Like, oh, why should I have to give my phone number? I think it's a great idea. I think this is the first bona fide way they've come up with that will deliberately actually stop cheaters. Sure, you've got Ricochet that kind of works. Sure, you've got shadow bans. they work too, but for the most part, in my opinion, linking these phone numbers, making people actually, say, hey, this is who I am, so-and-so, this is my cell phone number, that I think will deter cheaters way more than anything else. So kudos to Activision for this whole cell phone thing. I think it's brilliant. The second major thing that Call of Duty and Activision is doing in order to stop cheaters is the shadow ban system, which I mentioned a second ago. Not super enthused about that one, and here's why. A lot of people, including a lot of major streamers, are running into a problem where their accounts are getting shadow banned because people are just mass reporting them. If you're unfamiliar with the shadow ban system, allow me to fill you in. The shadow ban system works like this. You go ahead, you get a report on your account. That report nicks on you, and suddenly you've got, one report. Somebody else reports your account. Bang. Now you have 2 strikes. 3 strikes, 4 strikes, whatever, however many strikes it takes. You get a certain number of strikes, and then your account gets put into a shadow ban pool. What that means is you can only get into lobbies with other people that are shadow banned while your account is being manually reviewed by an Activision employee. What that means is you don't get instantly banned for being reported, but if you get a number of reports, you could end up in a position where you can't play the game effectively and in a fun way for an extended period of time. I personally really dislike this because it happened to one of my boys the other day. It was actually my brother. He got shadow banned. Some people reported him, and now we're in a lobby of cheaters. We can't get out of the shadow ban lobby. We can't play with him because his account's all messed up, right? Jared, my brother, doesn't cheat. I'm sure a lot of you have seen him on the channel before. Jared doesn't cheat. His KD is like 1.2. I mean, he's not that great. So it's one of those things where it's like, why is it so easy for people to manipulate this system? You'd think that if somebody just gets mass reported, yeah, there'd be an instantaneous manual review, but it can take sometimes a week to get that manual review actually looked at by a human being and see if it's a legitimate cause for a ban, right? And what's happened is people are starting to abuse the system in a way that just you stay perpetually shadow banned. You see that person in the game, boom, send a report. If it's if it's some big streamer, boom, send a report. Well, now they're infinitely shadow banned. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because, again, you'd think that Ricochet would catch the majority of the cheaters and we wouldn't have to rely on players actually being the ones to do the reporting. So I don't know. You give and you take a little bit. Activision's done a really great thing with this cell phone number integration thing. And then they've done something that I don't totally love, which is this shadow ban system, which obviously is great because it's at least something to deter cheaters, but I don't personally think it's the cleanest way to do it. Might need a couple of more tweaks before Modern Warfare 2 comes out in what, 3 weeks, something like that. But anyway, that's kind of all I've got for this video here. Those are all the kind of hot button issues going on with Activision right now. Of course, there are some other drama issues that I'm not going to get into because it's just stupid Twitch nonsense, but that's all I've got for you guys right now. As always, if you liked the video, please click a like down below. Do not forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the videos that are coming out. Got a bunch of Modern Warfare 2 coming that will be just fantastic content, a lot of great ideas. Daily commentaries too is kind of the plan, but as of right now, we're gonna take it easy and just try and stay on track, period. This question for this video, geez, what's your favorite childhood cartoon? Mine was Code Lyoko. If you know what Code Lyoko is, also comment down below because that show is fuego. But otherwise, in the comments below, what was your favorite childhood cartoon? You a Pokemon guy, Yu-Gi-Oh girl, whatever you are, comment down below, let us know. Love you guys, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.